Well, now, well, how the yeah, it's a little still idle and just a tad high. Yep. Why won't you just... There, it's in gear now. Yep, we got to run in first gear all the freaking way home. Well, this is dumb. Well, hey everybody, Clutch here from the Sodak motorcycle blog, and well, we have a new addition to the family. 1994 Yamaha Virago XV 750. And yes, it actually runs, or well, it ran yesterday when we went and picked it up. I think we ended up getting a pretty solid price on it. Ended up getting it for $450. Now, normally you're you know, when you're in that $500 motorcycle range, it's definitely not usually great. And this one's got its issues, like, you know, got a couple nice little dents on the side there. The seat has definitely got definitely a little worse for the wear. Guy I bought it from thinks it might have been hailed on. I'm kind of thinking that's the same thing. We are missing a cover on this one side. And we also had to replace a battery with it. But the thing started up. It runs. The front tire is pretty solid on it. We are definitely going to have to do the rear tire on it because it has an Elite 2 on there, which, well, they've been up to like Elite 4s for like 5 years now, so that rear tire is a little old. But the guy that had this, essentially what he did is he bought it off someone else for $50 and basically just got it running again, and it seems to run okay. It seems to do okay. We do have the new battery. We're going to put that here in a second. Actually, our battery is charged up, so you know what? We're going to put the thing in, and then we're going to fire it up and see what happens. There we go. We have a battery changed. And like I said, one last thing to do. Give me some choke. And there we go. We got her running. Good. There we go. She's running. Sweet. All right, let's see how this goes. Maybe we'll run the... I do have it on... Not on reserve. I have it on... right? Or...
Okay, that's reserve. That's off. Okay. Oh, that's fuel level warning, I guess. That is loud. All right, let's see how it goes. Ow. Yep, I knew that was too much. Oh, let's see here. Okay. What the hell? Well now, how the well, what the did I do here? Well, what the what the hell? Sakes. Well, I had it. God blessed. There we go. Had my idle too low. Now that I'm back in the right spot. That's a little bit too much. That's a little much again. Boy, she's finicky. All right, maybe we're about right now. Okay, let's do this. Take two. Yep, take two. I hate not having my jeez, it's windy. she's idling just a tad high now. I guess it probably could use an air. God, it's loud. It is very loud. Well, the neighbors will hear me coming. Yeah, it's a little still idling just a tad high. Well, no. Yeah, I think the carburetor's a little rich. I will say this, for $450 though, it's not too bad. It's definitely got its quirks. We definitely have a few things we need to do to it. Yeah, the carburetor needs a little bit of adjusting. It is running rich. You can kind of tell it's running rich, and because it's taking that long to get back to idle. Yeah, don't want to throw too much fuel in. Does the kill switch work? It does. Well, it's good to know. Okay, we're back. You goddamn thing. What the hell's going on with you here? Huh. What the flippin'? God damn it. What the what the going on now? Jesus Christ. Oh, it's like out of the... That's why. Well, that needs to be replaced. Yep, that needs to be replaced. Yep. Yeah, that is like... Yeah, that is... Well, What gear are we in now? We're in neutral. We're in neutral. Yep. Well, yep. Why won't you just... There, it's in gear now. Ride this thing 5 miles an hour home. Well, it's in gear. Well, we have a broken linkage, meaning we can only run in first gear. Well, yeah, that's annoying. Yep, I gotta run in first gear all the frickin' way home. Yep. Well, this is fun. Yep, we gotta run in first gear all the frickin' way home. Well, this is dumb. Yep, that linkage right there is broke. Yep. Well, that needs a new crash bar then, from what it looks like. Because I don't know how else that would sit on there. Well, this thing's gonna not run for a bit, I guess. Well, we made it a mile out of the fun of a $450 motorcycle. Yep. I guess that's the first thing we're gonna have to tackle, is that. Need to find a shifting solution for it. You can say what happened. See, this one's fine, so it dropped it on that side and it bent that up. That's what happened. So, anyways, this is fun. And of course, it's loud as freaking hell. Well, it makes a lot of noise getting there in first gear. But at least I got it back into gear. I guess it's better than trying to walk the thing home, because I've had to walk these things, push it before. So I guess day one is, well, incomplete. We got a battery, that's about it. I'll have to figure out a way to source I'll have to source a crash bar for it, because it looks like that's an all-in-one piece on the crash bar. And yeah, that sucks. God, this thing is loud. Huh. Good crash bar. You know, it's interesting because that's like the crash bar, right? Huh. Yeah, it's like completely broke off of there. I will say this, it doesn't seem too rich now that I'm running it down the road. So, I don't know. It'd sure be nice if I could get this to second gear. That would be nice, but I can't. That's okay, better than walking it.
Quick sit rep. We've done a few more looks on this. We did take a look at the brake fluid there, and actually it's pretty much brand new. So it was done recently, I would assume by the previous owner who fixed it up. Although, like I said, you look in there and it doesn't look that good, but once you pull the once you pull it open, it looks really good in there. It looks really, really good in there. The gasket in there could, that's kind of that thing could use probably some help. It's not the best, but you know. Also kind of trying to clean the remnants off. Kind of got all over the place there. Yeah, when I pulled it off, and yeah, it kind of went all over. So, you know, that's fun. I'm guessing that might be something that, I don't know, maybe it needs to be... Oh my gosh. You just wipe. It must be just some... Either way, anyways, that's probably an easy fix. I did pull the air filter out, and there's not an air filter in this thing, so that is something that's going to need to be purchased. I was assuming that I'd pull the air filter out and it would be all just ratted and full of junk, but it is not. It is non-existent. So that's something that, like I said, we're going to have to order and rectify. Oh, fun fact, when you put your air filter back onto your Virago, make sure you turn that little screw there that you got to pull off to pull the whole thing apart. Make sure you turn that in a way so you can get it out of there, because I had a hard time trying to get that out of there. I got it out of there, got it turned around, and when I put it back on there, I put it back on the right way. But yeah, so with a Virago, don't just go trying to pry this off. You got to take the 750 anyway. You got to take those two bolts off. And like I said, this little tiny screw, basically there's a little boot you can feel that goes up into their, whatever their air box area is. It's actually part of the frame. So that's another thing we took a look at. We found out that I forget to turn on fuel, because I was running it just to see how it ran, and then the thing died, and then I couldn't figure out why it died, and then I got to panicking, and then I realized I didn't put the fuel on. So yeah, I definitely still want to replace this tire for sure. That definitely still has to be done. And yeah, other than that, we're going to have to buy a whole new crash bar, because as you can see from me, when I pushed first gear, great. But to get it into any other gears, guess what? It does that number. Yeah, basically. Oh my gosh. Yep. Essentially, that thing's all screwed up. That's the problem. That's why it won't. So yeah, this thing can't actually get torqued down properly. So yeah, I basically had to replace this whole damn bar right there. So, and I found a few leads, a few that might work. What concerns me is a lot of the used ones I've seen, they're rusted in the exact same spot. So I worry I'll be in the same boat, or they're 150 for new. And I really don't want to commit 150 for new. I don't know. I might have to. I feel like this could have been a better design, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Well, of course, in their defense, you know, I guess they weren't thinking about longevity of these parts. But yeah, that's just to me a really bad design. Like, I mean, I get putting that in there, but I don't know, maybe make it so it's and maybe I don't know. There's like a bushing that basically is welded on there, comes from the factory like that, but I don't know, I don't like that. I guess I wish they would have built it so that it was maybe something you screw into there, but for the most part, other than that, or they could have taken and put it on the foot peg like, well, most other people do. More to follow on that. We don't have to worry about bleeding the brakes. I would get into figuring out the lights and stuff, but I gotta get dinner ready. So we put on 4 miles today, and 2 of it was at 15 miles an hour because we couldn't get out of first gear. So that was cool. But anyways, stay tuned to Sodak Motorcycle Blog. You're going to see a lot more of this. Oh, one more thing I was going to mention. They also, something you never see on bikes that are like this, the fork seals have just been done recently. So I don't have to worry about them damn fork seals. So I'm very happy about that. So that makes me happy. I don't have to worry about those. One less thing I got to deal with. Like I said, we got a few lighting issues we got to figure out, a few other things. So as we go along, we'll be figuring them out. But anyways, thank you for stopping by Sodak Motorcycle Blog. My name is Clutch. And you can catch our weekly videos every Thursday night. Come out 7 p.m. Mountain Time. 7 p.m. Mountain Time is Denver. So if it's 7 p.m. in Denver on a Thursday, guess what? It's time for a new Sodak Motorcycle Blog video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. Feel free to leave a comment. And we'll see you next time for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. I'm Clutch. We'll see you later.